Hey guys, JH, welcome to Practice Putting Green. Okay guys, just something for a few of the guys who are not really good chippers of the ball. My foolproof method, where we face the target and do that, is very effective. But there's another way, guys, and it's what I call fixed fulcrum. Fixed fulcrum chipping. And what it means is that what we do is we fix the fulcrum, which is this point here, the hinge point, and we don't move it. We just get that trail arm, put it on the trail hip, keep it there, and then all we basically do is just hinge the right hip back and forwards like that. Now the advantage of that, guys, is that the club can't get offline. It can't get offline. Whenever we've got a conventional, pitching method where we're moving the hands, there's a lot of arcing going on, even over a small area. But when you do this, and you watch this, and I haven't done any today, but you watch how economical this is. I get here, I just lock my right arm, my trail arm on my right hip. Now if you can see the blade, guys, you'll see that it's basically just a little, well, I don't know if it's a jab, or you could call it a jab, I suppose. But see how straight that went. And the good thing is you can hit a little bit thin, it doesn't matter, because the blade is online. It's basically this, guys. Just watch my trail arm here. I've locked it in here onto my right hip. It's actually almost feels like it's welded, and I just do that. It's just as it would be if it was just a hinge. I mean, it's that simple. For guys that have difficulty and are not as comfortable with the that other foolproof chipping method, this is great. Just get here, just lock the trail arm on the trail hip. I mean, what could be easier than that? I mean, all the stuff that on the JH Practice 2 is designed to be simple and easy to do. I mean, that's very easy to do, because it's just this. Nothing moves. If this doesn't move and we've just got that hinge there and we're not rolling our forearm or we're not picking our hand up, then the application of the club face has got to be consistent. It can't be anything else. Look at that. It just can't be anything else. And the good thing by having it off this trail foot is, again, you've got this trail vertical axis in play. We're basically here. And that's a good balance factor. When you can actually have your trail axis in play like that, in that position there, it's very comfortable for us, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. The trail axis, if you can just get your hand right on the trail axis, which is basically the whole right side, and I use my right hip as my reference point, and just keep it there, guys. Just get the trail hand, never move it. So you watch. My trail hand doesn't move. It can't move because my right or my trail arm is locked to my right hip, so I've got no travel. There's no travel. It's just to pick up. Now those two balls are, just hit each other. What could be simpler than that? I want to show you something else, guys. While we're at it. Might as well, because I've got the green free. Okay guys, this is a follow-on from fixed fulcrum chipping of the ball. It's called fixed fulcrum putting. Imagine just getting your lead arm, put it on your, you can either put it on your right thigh or you can put it on your left thigh. Depends if you're right eye dominant or left eye dominant. And it's the same thing guys, if I put it up front and it's here, it's just locked there, all I'm doing is that. Nothing is moving. Now Billy Casper was the greatest putter of modern times as an American putter. Jack was a great putter, but Billy Casper was extraordinary. And that's how he putted. Billy was like that. He just hinged the right hand under like that. Blade went under like that, and there was nothing going on. It was just a fixed fulcrum. Nothing moved. See, when you move, guys, when you move your hands and your arms, you're creating arc. And I've said that many times. I mean, I hate arc. Arc is the thing you can't control. But the good thing about fixed fulcrum, there's basically no arc. It's just straight back, straight through. Now, see what happens with the blade. Look. I'll put it this way. You watch the blade. I might be a long way away, but you watch the blade basically just go backwards and forward. See how square it is? It's just that action, as it would be if it was in a device with a fixed fulcrum. So it's just there, guys. Nothing moves. A lot of Count Yogi in it, but Count was a lot more pronounced than that. He was like that. Now all the great putters of the 40s and 50s and 60s, even Dave Stockton today, they always, what we call hood the blade. They take it under like that. The lead hand does that. It's called hooding. It's basically square to square. So if you can have a fixed fulcrum, and you can have it off the back, guys, it doesn't matter. See, this lead forearm is welded to my thigh. So it's very simple. You can have fixed fulcrum for chipping and you can have fixed fulcrum for putting. But if you're going to have fixed fulcrum for putting, you really need one of the old type putters or a new blade, but you need something with very thin sole. Because if you're going to be fixed fulcrum, as you take it back, and as you bring it through, if you're bringing it like that, you don't want the big protruding back on putters like the Odysseys and the tailor-made spiders, because they'll hit the ground. Because we basically, the putter, we just want the putter to do this, guys. Just that. That's all it's doing. It's just doing that. Now you can't have a big flange on the back of a putter. So that's one drawback. But I got this putter out of the bargain barrel at my local pro shop. It was like $5. And it's a, I don't know, it's probably a 40s, early 40s. It's a Louisville slugger from H&B, Hillerich and Brasby, who were later on to be the power built people. Now this is obviously a 10, the 1012, 1018 or 1020 forged carbon steel, because it's so soft, guys. And of course having the big long hosel and having a long blade like that, the sweet spot's towards the heel. So when you hit it there, the feeling is just extraordinary. So yeah, $5 putter. I think I'm playing a match tomorrow, sweepstakes, for some money with a couple of guys. I'm going to use this because they'll be done to a turn as soon as I hit off on as soon as I pull it out of the bag in the first hole. I think I've got a magic weapon. So here it is, guys, fixed fulcrum. What could be simpler than that? And that's how you really control the travel of your golf club. Guys, just a couple of guys here. I'll just break and I'll come back and I'll hit some putts with it and show you what it actually looks like.